Hey guys, what's going on? Chris from Flying Lat Media. Hope all of you are well, and it has been a while since we posted a video like this. Needless to say, the world has changed a lot in that time frame. We are so very grateful to finally be back at the racetrack, safely, of course, capturing motorsports and automotive content once again. Earlier in the year, we had the chance to post a tutorial about GoPros and the optimal settings to get the best footage out of those cameras. Insta360, another brand in the action sport camera space, reached out and asked if we would like to try the Insta360 One R for use in our production workflow. If you've seen 360 footage before, you know how mind-bending and crazy it can be, so the question for us is how footage like that could integrate with the other stuff we captured to make a cohesive narrative. The Insta360 camera by design is modular, which is really cool. It means that this one device effectively can be up to 3 different cameras. For the purposes of our test, however, Insta360 sent us the Twin Edition, which meant we got the 16mm wide view and of course the 360 spherical view. For the content that we produce, it often requires travel, and we carry on our gear. So a device like this that is effectively 3 different cameras means we can leave a lot of stuff at the office. That is hugely important for getting the maximum amount of production value and the least amount of equipment that we bring. Rather than do a typical review, we wanted to take a camera like this and give you a couple different ideas of how you might use it in the stuff that you shoot. Whether you're doing corporate videos or a wedding or anything in between, using a 360 video smartly could be the absolute thing that sets you apart from the competition. 2 key examples that I'd like to share with you are things that we almost always shoot at a typical motorsports event. The time lapse. This is something that we often shoot for an establishing shot or a transition, and of course the onboard video showing the driver's perspective. When compared to the GoPro, the Insta360 allows us to take those 2 shots to the next level.
Here we see the Insta360 Studio, which is free software that you can download when you purchase a camera to manipulate your footage. With the traditional time-lapse from something like a GoPro, we were always limited with the field of view that we pointed the camera at. One cool advantage of the 360 and the Studio application is being able to reorient the camera in post-production if we see something we want in frame. Of course, to take that even further, the 360 allows us to do motion time lapses, which were previously only possible with motorized gimbals or sliders. Simply keyframe the beginning and end position of the camera and the software will do the rest automatically. For onboard video, the traditional widescreen Insta360 attachment is similar in quality and file size to that of the GoPro 7. The color and stabilization are terrific, and the footage quite usable. But to think a bit outside the box, we found a cool effect is to actually turn off the stabilization and use the 360 camera for our onboard videos. What that does is allow the camera to pitch and pan and roll using the internal gyroscope and give footage that gives the illusion of being tossed about the car during cornering. As a bonus example, we can't overlook the invisible selfie stick. As the name implies, this 6-foot device allows you to attach the Insta360 camera to it and not have it show up in the footage you capture. This is an amazing tool for faking some strange perspectives, or faking drone shots, or making the camera pass through objects in strange and unusual ways.
No matter how cool the camera is, there are 2 things that decide whether or not we use it for the stuff that we produce. Number 1, how good is the footage coming out of it? And 2, can the camera hold up in a production environment? For the stuff that we shoot, the set is anything but. It is a changing environment with dust and wind and rain and everything in between. So any camera that we were going to incorporate into our production had to stand up to those challenges. When compared to the GoPro 7 or the GoPro 8, the footage coming out of the Insta360 is just as good. Arguably, the GoPro 8 may edge it out a bit on color and dynamic range, but the stability and everything else within the Insta360 is almost indistinguishable. It is a fantastic quality image. And in terms of using the camera in a production environment, this camera is every bit as rugged as anything else on the market today. So, bottom line, if you're in the market for an action sport camera, or you already have an existing GoPro and you're looking to upgrade, what should you buy? Well, the truth is you can't go wrong either way. The GoPro 8 is phenomenal, full stop. However, for the same amount of money, the Insta360 One R cannot be ignored. Not only are you getting the phenomenal image quality of that 16mm view that you would otherwise get on a GoPro, but you're getting that 360 lens for that spherical view that you can do all kinds of cool things with. Well, that's it, guys. Hopefully you found the video a little bit helpful if you are in the market for an action sport camera. As I said, you really can't go wrong either way, but I think the Insta360 should definitely be something that you consider. If you have any questions, please let me know below. I'll do my best to answer those. And if you find stuff like this helpful, please let me know by liking or subscribing. And with that, I'll wrap it up, say goodbye, and I will see you in the next one.